You don't. And here
it messes up my hair.
I know. The video is recording. The audio will record as soon as I hit the right buttons in 3,
Got it.
2, 1. You're live.
No, I'm not.
Not yet. You're not
I'm
ready.
not.
Oh, for
I join with my stupid computer audio. It's just doing that now. It never used to do that. I don't get it. Okay.
Well,
now
it's just plain rude.
Now I got to
Well, hang on. I don't see you yet. There you
Oh, here we go.
are. Pretty.
Doing that.
I don't know. I like it though. it's like I'm on pot and you're on acid.
And it looks like there's a monster in the green screen behind me coming out.
It does. What's real interesting though is it smooths out.
Alcohol for meetings here. I gotta bring us a beer.
I was going to say
our phone, or our shows.
It could make the shows that much more.
So Les would never know.
Bizarre.
I usually take off after this, so it's always happy hour for me.
That's true. All right, ready?
By the way, I have Durf's money if we want to go.
Oh, all right, let's do it. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
I just did a John Oliver thing, Dr. D, and I always hate when he does it.
What's that?
What it is? You were getting me ready. You were 3, 2, 1-ing me.
Yes.
And I was going.
Oh yes.
You ever see that?
I love it when he does that.
He gets all excited.
He
can't help himself.
I love watching that.
I always go, stop it. And to myself, to nobody as I'm watching it. And
well, he's fortunate that his microphone is clipped to his lapel somewhere. Mm-hmm. Or he's got a boom mic, what have you, above him. Whereas here we got the mic booms and everything that are attached to the counter.
Like this. If you got it on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm hitting my head, radio listener.
That's right. He's banging
banging my head.
He's a head banger.
Okay. And I mean, it's so thrilling. You should really go watch it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe.
That's right. By the way, I tell people to subscribe, not because I want to increase my subscriber numbers, but because every time a new program of the Jeremiah Show is uploaded to YouTube, you are notified. That's what happens. You get notified every time new content is posted. So that's why you should subscribe. Yeah. Not because we want tens of thousands of subscribers, which we actually really do want, but
voice.
Luke, I'm your father. Anyway, no, please go to YouTube, go to SoundCloud, go to Spotify, go to all of the great places where podcasts are located or sold, whichever the case may be. Ours are free, by the way.
Plus,
yes,
not for long. How can I make? You mean I can make money on this YouTube?
You can.
Hey, also, you want to go? You want to go check out other Dr. D's "Tell Me Your Story" or the Jeremiah Show on YouTube.
Well, we're both on YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, please.
Because you've always heard probably that old saying, "You got a face for radio."
Yeah.
That's why people go to the radio business rather than the film and television. Well, you got to go. I'm not going to tell you if we do or not. You have to go see for yourself. And then I think we should start a poll. Do we have a face for radio, or do we have a face
for television,
YouTube channel,
or YouTube channel? Yeah,
or television.
Yeah,
yeah. But don't tell us. Actually, we don't want any. Unless it's nice.
Be nice. Be kind. This is. Be kind to podcasters here.
Anyway, I'm just so tired of you unkind people. Stop it.
Please, just stop it. Mom,
nice.
Mom, he's breathing on me.
And
Stop
I can hear them right now just swearing at the radio going, F you. Tell me what to do. I'll show you.
I'll show you. I mean? Click right off of you. Yeah, that's right.
Also, I never remember. Does this happen to you when you're? Maybe it probably doesn't, because not a lot of you probably have radio shows or podcasts. But actually, I think all of you have podcasts.
Good grief! It's like every time you turn around, someo's got there's a new podcast. Yeah.
But when we promote a guest, and I send them to the site, to the guest site, right, to promote. And there's YouTube, and there's Spotify, and there's iHeart, and there's Bandcamp, and it goes on and on and on. And I could fill the rest of the hour with those places that you can go.
Yeah.
I always forget, is it go there and follow, or go there and like, or go there and stalk, or, they got different buttons. So I always forget which ones they are for the different platforms.
Oh,
I guess I'm just talking out loud. And it's radio host problems.
It gets a little confusing, especially when you're the only one that's doing it. I mean, you're the one-man band, kind of like me. I don't have a staff. If it doesn't get done, I didn't do it.
You don't have a staff?
No. I have a split personality, but that's a whole nother thing.
You've got like 10 of yous doing everything.
That's right.
No wonder you're so exhausted.
Oh,
You're producing like 25 shows or
at
something,
least.
right?
Well, we did we ran an algorithm from August of 1979. August 29, 1979 is my anniversary of being in this business. We did an algorithm, a math equation, and we figured out that I have produced probably 75 to 100,000 radio programs over the last 43. I guess it would be 43 years. Probably between 75 and 100,000 programs.
Holy moly.
Between all of the radio stations I've worked for and all of the 1 hour and 2 hour and morning shows and all of that stuff. And that doesn't include necessarily my show
or your voice notes to yourself.
Or, well, I don't do voice
notes. Or the
notes.
voices in your head.
Those are that's in the millions.
There's a lot of
the voices in my head.
Daily Dr. D show. Don't you wish sometimes you could just get away from yourself?
Oh yeah, really.
I get so tired.
I have fired myself 3 times and been taken to court twice.
I would have fired myself so long ago.
But the only reason
I wouldn't have even remembered my own name.
Well, the only reason I fired myself because I wanted time off.
Yeah. I try to give you, Dr. D, by the way, he never gets, there's 3-day weekends, right? And so I executive produced the Sports Lounge with Big Lou. You got to check that out, by the way. It's a good show. And Mondays, it's a good show because nothing that I have to do with it makes it good, but Big Lou is just a great host.
He is
a real funny guy and knows sports more than anybody I know, and every little story and remembers every little game. But anyway, I digress. Mondays used to be when we did our show here. For all the first 7 seasons, 8 seasons.
Exactly.
Or something.
Used to be.
And then we moved to Thursdays.
Right.
I can't remember why we did that.
More time.
Oh, that worked out then.
Yes, it did.
So I just keep taking up more time. But I'm going to pretend that ruins the whole
continue
point of the story.
We moved it from Mondays to Thursdays.
To make myself look good and say, I'm always trying to give you Mondays off on these 3-day weekends. And he's got one show will show up. Yeah. It never fails. Yeah. Most of the hosts will take the 3-day weekend. Right. And I always say, well, come on, man, take the 3-day weekend. You haven't had one in forever, probably. Well,
4th of July, 2022 might be, well, it's coming up as of this conversation. Might be the first. Well, I said 2022. It might be the first.
I don't listen to you all the way. I just hear the first couple words.
I heard the first 2 words. And
I hear the first couple words. I tune out.
But it could be the first 3-day weekend I might get. Now, that does not mean that I am still not attentive to the radio station's needs.
So I need to, I already scheduled somebody for you.
Well, if you have.
No, I haven't actually. I got somebody. Is this coming week the 4th?
No. This coming week is the 27th.
Would you let's just do it on air right now, Dr. D. Do you want that day off? Should I cancel the Sports Lounge with Big Lou?
Well, don't cancel it. We'll figure out what to put in there, or we could record it ahead of time.
We'll do a rerun.
That's either. Okay.
Dr. D, take your first 3-day weekend. There's something now you can celebrate that on your birthday. I wanted to.
That's right.
Tell the listener.
Yes,
we do have a guest coming up here, but Dr. D.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Today is really not your birthday, but there are a bunch of balloons behind me. If you
can't see them. We could move the green screen, but it would remove. It would take away the mystique of the banner behind you.
But there are so many balloons. This guy is loved,
and I thank
very
Erica,
loved by his host,
the balloon lady. Yeah, I thank the balloon lady, Erica.
Plug her?
Yeah, she is the one that she actually started bringing in these beautiful balloon sculptures, I'll call them, okay, for Mike in the morning. And she would bring them in for different holidays or to celebrate his first anniversary and those kinds of things. As a matter of fact, I also received from a beautiful woman by the name of Marlene a gift. I kept hearing this little tap, 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 tap at the door. And I was yelling, I'll be there in a minute, because I was live on the air with the show. I was working. Mm-hmm. And for those of you on YouTube, you can see this. I believe she painted this or drew this. And I don't know if you can see that or not, Mr.
I love that. I actually saw that when I came in. Yeah. It's very cool. Who did that?
Her name is Marlene.
Marlene, is she an artist online?
I don't know if she's online or not. I'll have to find out, but I thank her for that. And I thank her for the kind words when she gave this gift to me. It was very nice. And I will put it up in my studio at home, or I may actually put it up in my office here at the station. But it is nice to be recognized in that regard. To me, my birthday is just like any other day. Other people like to, make a big deal out of it. This is now my 62nd birthday. And
happy.
I begin, and so the 27th, I begin my 63rd year on the planet. That's where you count day one of the year 63.
What day was that?
The 27th of June.
Wait a minute.
It's the day after my birthday.
That's where you count the days on the birthday, or
for the year.
What day?
The 27th of June I will begin day one of year 63. See, when you're born,
my question was,
yes.
Again, I only listened to the first half.
Who was the engineer on the train that went through Santa Barbara? That was the question.
You said before that something about this is the day that you count the first. Either you said this is how many days I've been on Earth, or this is the. I thought there was a day that you start counting that you've been on Earth, but wouldn't that be the day you were born?
Well, day one, but you don't celebrate a birthday with the number one on the day you're born. It's only after you've completed the first year. You don't celebrate the year until after it's complete.
You celebrate like with cake and all that kind
of whatever you want to,
rum punch,
or fireworks, or
a parade,
a missing pin in a grenade. Yeah. However you want.
An orchestra.
However you want to celebrate. No, but it's just real interesting how, and it's not that I'm necessarily bored with the concept. It's not that. It's just, we all have them, just like most of us have 2 arms and 2 legs and 2 eyes and 2 ears and what have you. And again, I really do the sentiment, and I'm not saying stop necessarily. It's just to me, in one sense, it's just another day, nothing spectacular.
Let me counter that, Dr. D.
Please.
It's a special day.
Is it?
Because you're a special person.
Well, thank you.
And you deserve to be celebrated. So I get what you say. It's just a birthday.
Yeah.
Whatever. Everybody has them. But no, that's not true, because it's a day that you came into the world and you should be celebrated.
Okay.
And you do a lot for a lot of people here. So I'd like to celebrate you. And right now, so say happy birthday.
Okay.
After this, I'd love to take you to our little hideaway.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't sound like it sounds.
It's not a dive bar.
It's a great little restaurant. I mean, It's been there forever. Durf's.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Thank you.
Aaron. Oh my God. Every week we tell her we're going to tell you to go see her. Aaron is amazing.
Yeah.
She runs, I think she runs the whole place. I'm not sure what her exact title is, but she's behind the bar. She's out serving tables.
She told us what her major was in
two
college.
Great cooks. I think they're a husband and wife team. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I don't know their names, but we
thank them for great
food is good.
Yeah.
Gotta have.
Do you remember
what burger do you like, Dr. D?
My favorite.
Do you recommend it?
My favorite. Oh man! Before they took it off the menu, it was the mushroom and sour cream burger. Now it's the guacamole burger.
It comes with a nap,
and it
and
actually,
napkins.
It actually comes with a fire hose, or it should.
And you will be laid up for a couple days, but you have a huge smile on your face.
Oh, it's so good! It really is.
When I said let's plug that artist earlier,
yeah,
it made me think. Where does that word come from? Because that's what you say,
plugging,
right? To plug something. Hey, I found it.
What is it?
While you were talking, that's why I didn't really understand what you were saying.
Well, what's the meaning of plugged?
And it starts from the 1880s. So a plug gained its electrical sense, referring to an outlet, an electrical connection, instead of just a stopper. The stoppers trace back to the plugs that they put in the boats. So, it became a there's our guest Hannah Goldcalm, but I'm going to deny her right now. We'll call her in just a minute. In the 30s, it started becoming slang for an illegal drug supplier. The person connecting the drug themselves to the sellers and the users. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with our special guest Hannah Gold and her new single. Be right back.
All right.
Hey Hannah. I was just going to see if you wanted to come on a little bit early right now so we could have more time to talk about your all the great things you're doing. I just had a little more time and I was going to give it to you if you wanted to. Ugh. Did you lose him? Yeah, definitely. You don't want to lose that after you've been on hold that long. Did you get it resolved? Okay, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Bye.
That'll work.
Bye.
It'll work. It'll work. It'll work.
Okay, let's use that 5 minutes to.
We can do a 5-minute segment.
See, well, I could see. Why don't I do an intro for her? Record it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good
when
idea.
She comes on, we can just get straight to it.
Just go straight to it. Exactly. All right.
All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. Our special guest joining us today is a R&B pop, underline, uppercase, throw a couple, 3 exclamation points. Ooh. Although that really annoys me when anybody does it. I like
just don't do air quotes. Just don't do air quotes.
I get off. I'm digressing a lot on this show, but does that bother you? 3 question marks. Really, it's almost like hell or the hello with 3 question marks in a text.
I think it's a waste of ink is what I think it is.
Well, I think it's also, it makes me feel agitated. I'm like, why are you, it's like when somebody types all caps, it's like, why are you yelling at me?
Well, do you know that when I first started texting people online or doing emails back in the 90s, when it first started working with computers, and I started doing it in all caps, not knowing that it was yelling until somebody on some bulletin board told me to stop yelling. And I'm going, I'm not yelling. I'm typing it because it was easier for me to read. Yeah. That was the reason I was doing all caps. Okay. And so I don't do that anymore because I don't want to yell at people.
Yeah, it comes off as yelling. 3 exclamation points, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But an explanation, I actually use them in text quite a bit. I know it probably annoys people from me, but I got it from Big Lou of the Sports Lounge. And remember when, okay, I mean, this sounds like we're dating ourselves, but I think most of our listeners have probably been there and remember when text messaging was invented. I remember the first time it came out and I loved it because I'm like, I hate, you get right to the point.
Yep.
You don't take 20 minutes warming up and then going off on different
tangents
topics like today. Yeah. Because I just started to announce our guest and I left it halfway. We're going to get back to it. But the explanation point was like, because text reads so cold, right? So I'll throw them on there. And I got it from Lewis Jones, host of the Sports Lounge, way back when text messages were first invented. Yeah. And it helped kind of ease it like made you know they weren't just mad when they wrote something and put an exclamation point. It kind of felt like I'm putting some enthusiasm. I'm smiling. Now there's emojis and all those things. Yeah. But I've never liked the all caps. I always feel like that's somebody yelling at you. I never like the 3 question marks, and especially after a hello and you don't answer right away. Last thing I'm going to say about text messages, since we're going down this highway together, Dr. D, today on your birthday.
A bridge to nowhere.
Bridge to nowhere is exactly. And just a warning, you're going to go off the edge and just
a little bit.
You're going to fall off. We never get a chance to like really just talk here, Doctor.
I know. We're just talking. Well, I will say the final word.
Hold on, I wasn't finished.
I beg your pardon. I thought you were.
No, I'm not. You want me to be finished.
Not even close to
finish, folks. Dr. D wants me to be finished with this conversation, but I'm not close. Last thing, I remember, and I'd love to hear from you if you remember this. When you first started texting, when it first was invented, came out, was an option on your phone.
Right.
Women would get very, very angry and almost insulted if you would text them rather than calling them. Oh. And I remember asking a woman one time, she goes, you text me and I'll never answer you. A text message, it's an insult. Like, and I didn't get that. And then now, as opposed to these days, women will text me, but they won't pick up the phone if I want to call them. I don't know if this all just has to do with me. Maybe it's a me thing. I'd love to know.
Well, I think it might just be what you said earlier, and that is with a text, you really do have to get right to the point. Just because it's like, because I've seen some texts, even from myself, that kind of go long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to describe the situation and everything. And but I try to keep them brief and to the point as much as possible. And I think maybe that might be the reason, is because now that's what they want. They want the brevity.
Well, because you can read it when you're not interrupted. And now you have to ask for permission before you call somebody.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Because there's nothing worse than when I'm texting someone.
But you do that all the time with me, is you'll text me.
Call me. And I'm like, I can't answer right now because I'm probably texting when I'm supposed to be working with. I'm in a meeting or I'm on the radio show, and I'm not really, I can't pick it up. So then they're insulted because you don't pick it up. I'm sure all this happens to all of you. Yeah. Hit me up on Facebook, on Messenger, and wherever.
And if you really want to touch Jeremiah's heart, send him a text or an email with lots of different punctuation.
I don't mind any of the punctuation as long as it's not hello with 3 question marks or all caps. It kind of annoys me.
I'll send you the next time. Next time I'll say hello with 3 ampersands.
Yeah. We could actually go on. Text message is an interesting topic. I could actually talk about.
We could go there, but
social graces. Yeah, let's talk about Hannah Gold.
Hannah Gold
is actually.
It's got a golden voice.
She's not on the line yet, but I'm going to introduce her before she gets here.
Mm-hmm.
Really a sensation, Dr. D. She hit the. She came on the show. I think she debuted "Runaway" with us. I actually I did an encore.
Yeah.
Of the song last week. "Runaway." Really great smash hit. It racked up. I'd love to hear from her now. And this is back in 2021. Overnight, 300,000 Spotify streams. Wow. She followed that up with "They Always Come Back." And don't you wish they wouldn't?
Did you say 300,000?
300,000. That "They Always Come Back" hit 100,000 overnight. "Alone" is what we're going to debut today. And let's break that. Let's go over 500,000 streams. I'd love to see the Jeremiah Show listeners, which are the best listeners in the world for supporting indie artists and music and rock artists. You guys are really, really great. I really appreciate all of you following and just putting our artists on the top of the charts. And we also want you on the show. Before Hannah gets here, I just want to say I'm getting a lot of requests for artists, and you guys are sending me stuff to my email, and I appreciate that Jeremiah at thejeremiahshow.com. For those of you I haven't got back to yet, I'm behind, and I will. I will respond to every single person that sends me a single.
He's going to stay up all week next week.
It's important to me. And you guys took the time to send it to me. And I just want to know if you're listening, I am going to get to you and we will play your music. And we will most likely probably interview you and tell your story on the show. So thank you. Back to Hannah Gold. Hannah, welcome to the Jeremiah Show. I'm going to have to do that again when she's here, obviously. Does she come in?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Jeremiah Show, Hannah Gold. How are you? It's so nice to see you again, Hannah. You've been busy.
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, and it's so good to have new music from you. Whenever you drop a new single, we're always. But first of all, so grateful that you come to us with the single. I got a little feedback. What is that?
Just I'll take care of that here. Yeah.
You want me to start?
Yeah. It's no. You're fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's back up to. Where should I back up? Because I can hear that. I don't want that in the actual finished product.
Well, it's coming back from her audio, but I'm going to.
You want to fix that with her before we move on?
Let's just start from the top again. Okay.
Let me ask you though. It's not going to come back. Keep happening from her.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes it.
Does your have headphones on?
Is your speaker open and is it loud?
It's just coming from my computer right now.
Okay.
It sounds better when you're closer to it. That's for sure. Because it's kind of your internet might be a little bit, or your Wi-Fi might be a little spotty right now. It's a little. You sound like you're in a can, and I want you to sound as good as possible.
Yeah. Just let us know when you're ready there, Hannah, and we'll start it. We'll just pick it up from the top.
Remember where I was? What I said?
Just introduce her. Just welcome to the Jeremiah
I
Show.
liked what we said, so let's leave that.
All right. Well, then we'll pick it up.
I will just ask a
from
question, and then, if you want to take it
we'll
back
just take it from there.
break.
We'll take it from there.
Okay.
Okay. You ready? All right. Video is still rolling. Audio. You ready, Hannah?
Yep.
Okay.
Fix
3.
the feedback issue.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
That sounds better.
3, 2, 1.
Sorry. Let me think where I was at. I had it and then we started talking again. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So whenever Hannah has a new single, we feel so privileged that you bring it to the show here, Hannah. We know you've got a lot of fans out there and a lot of fans on our show here. So you're back and you're bringing us a new single. The new single is entitled Alone. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But when I introduced you, Hannah, we were talking about the incredible streams that you get on Spotify. I mean, in the beginning there, after you released Runaway, you had over 300,000 pretty much overnight, and the same with They Always Come Back. Do you have those numbers now? You're just blowing up. It's so great.
Yeah, so Alone's doing really good progress. It's almost at 50K as of this morning. I think it was around 47
for Alone.
So for Alone, Alone's definitely building up there too. I'm gonna do an even bigger push for my upcoming song. I think my team is really excited about that one, and we at least from our opinion, we think that one's gonna do even better than the 3 that we've done so far. So the goal is just to keep growing and growing as I release them and keep building traction. I feel like as I release a new song, it brings more traction to the last 1 or 2. So it all circles back together in a way.
And I thought I was doing really good after 4 years on SoundCloud with 85,000 listens, but mine are not short little 3, 4, 5-minute songs. They are hour and a half, sometimes podcasts. So I'm thinking, I'm not even close to Hannah.
Well, Hannah is again, the way she's described as a superstar. She really is, and moving her way up there. We can say we can always go back and say we knew her when. And
look at her stage behind her. I mean, this is powerful.
Hopefully she'll still come back though, Dr. D.
I hope so.
As she gains all these fans.
I hope she remembers the little people.
I was looking at, they always come back. See, I think that's it. We were talking about, let me go to streams before we get off of that topic. And then I want to talk about They Always Come Back real quick. On streaming, I always like to remind the listeners too, we love these, I do this all the time. I'm guilty of it. I'll hear songs on my Spotify stream, new artists and things like that. And I'll forget to go and follow them, or, which helps those algorithms put these artists like Hannah Gold further and further up there in the spotlight so that people can discover her. And it's such a small thing. It's such a little thing to ask, but I wish, and I'd like to ask all of our listeners, because I know they're the best indie music fans in the world and listeners. And they come to this show to hear people and find people like Hannah Gold. But if you can go out and just do that little click follow of a new artist, it really does help. But I'm gonna stop my soapbox on that one, but I'm asking as a favor here, if you like the artist, definitely go and follow them. The second thing that I wanted to mention, They Always Come Back. Now, we talked with another artist earlier about not, when an artist and a songwriter puts out a song, they don't want to describe it too much to the listener, because everybody has their own, they hear their own thing that they relate to themselves with a good song, right? That's what makes it the best song. And then it becomes personal to them. And if Hannah, if you go and describe what happened to you too much, it's all there in the song. It's all there in the music. But sometimes the fan will say, that's not what I thought it was. They Always Come Back, though, the title. It seems to me that's a song about lovers that a lot of times when you're in love, you go through breakups and then you come back and you go away and you come back. You don't have to admit if that's right. But I love the progression of Runaway, which is about running away with your lover and then being in love and that great feeling. In my mind, it could be something different. It's how then they always come back. It sounds like the relationship has taken its normal progression like it does in most of mine, where they end. Yeah. And then alone. Now you're alone. So it almost feels like it's a diary or a timeline of sorts, of a progression of a love story. That's my own take. How close am I?
Yeah, I think like all the songs sort of come together, and in the way that I structured the album, it kind of will tell a story as it goes along. So I think it has little bits and pieces that relate. Like, not every song is necessarily about the same relationship, but the story that it tells throughout all the songs kind of correlates together.
Oh, that's neat. So that was an intentional creative decision that you made.
Yeah, so I think that Alone will also like segment pretty well into my next upcoming single, because it's a little bit more of that same style. So I kind of transitioned in terms of genre as well too. So where Runaway is a bit more pop, and then we get a little bit more R&B, then we get a little bit more rappy. And then going into the next one, it's going to be pretty much like, it's pretty much similar to Alone, except a little bit more of those like rap elements. So it has like an intro rap and a verse, but it's also like a pretty catchy hook. So it's kind of like a girl boss, like cheating anthem, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely one for the ladies that they'll like. But we've kind of planned out the transition between the different songs in terms of the singles based on the sonic structure of them and stuff like that too, and how it makes sense lyrically and whatnot.
Now, a girl boss, is that a term for someone that takes the power position? You mentioned cheating in the same breath. Is that describe that mentality of this of not of the character and the person you in the song?
Actually, you're gonna love the music video for this one. I just got the draft back from it. It's super awesome. It's basically like me and my crew of girls, and we're kidnapping this cheater and telling him what's up, telling him like, you did this, and it's like totally like standing in female empowerment, stuff like that. So it's basically saying like, I'm not going to take the blame. You did this, you ruined the relationship. I still love myself. I'm still strong. I can handle this. I'm still going to do me. Like, that's basically kind of the message of the song.
Okay. So it's not that the woman turns into a cheater. It's that you take care of a cheater.
Yeah. It's basically saying like, you caught someone cheating and you're telling them, it's basically like a fantasy of what you would do to or say to someone who cheated on you. That kind of stuff. That's kind of the idea behind the song and the video.
I kind of like that version better than the country song, and I think it's Shania Twain, about taking her key and scratching the guy's souped up 4x4, carving her initials into her name into his leather seats, smashing his headlights with her Louisville Slugger. And I'm sitting here going, I understand you're mad, but do you understand that you're committing a crime?
Well,
right.
I wouldn't mess with Hannah Gold.
No.
I have a feeling some of those, we're not gonna confirm nor deny that some of those things may have happened for someone that cheated on Hannah.
As Joan says, I will neither confirm nor deny.
No. No. Whatever she did, I'm sure was warranted. if she did anything, allegedly.
That's right.
Well, we're going to play Alone at the end of the show here today, and we're going to debut it. Have you debuted it on any radio before, Hannah, or is this?
No, I think this will be the debut for Alone.
All right.
I love that.
We're going to take a real quick break, but I'm going to tell you where you can find Hannah Gold.
Where?
If you have not already struck gold on your own.
Nice.
Hannah Gold. HannahGoldMusic.com. Pretty much everything that you need to know that Hannah wants you to know about her is on this website. You can see photos. You can buy merch. Another great way. I'm going to help. That soapbox came back. I'm going to step up on it real quick here. Merch, supporting the artist on a tour through liking them on streaming. They don't make a lot of money there, but they do make more money on Bandcamp. So go there. But the store, merch, that's a great way to support the artist. And there's some really cool merch on her website. The new videos are there. It says Alone is up. Is that right?
Yes, the Alone video is out.
Oh, cool.
I
I haven't
released
seen
it
it.
about like 2 weeks after the song came out. It's basically takes place in an equestrian farm in the middle of the woods and on the beach, and it's kind of it's with me. It starts with me walking on this busy street, and it just sort of transforms me into like a dreamlike state where I'm in the middle of a forest alone, running in the middle of up this hill, and like there's some really cool drone shots and stuff like that. So I think it came out really cool.
Yeah, it does. And I said we're going to take a break, but I just want to comment on that. The videos. Do you create all those and write all those and imagine?
I pretty much like
the
direct
story
and conceptualize the videos. If I could, I would shoot and edit them myself, but it's pretty hard to be able to get the movement shots. I wouldn't be able to get everything I've envisioned. So I team up with a videographer and get that done.
Well, that's what I love about your videos. There's vision there. There's an obvious vision of Hannah Gold, of your ideas, your mind, and how you want the song to come out. It reminds me of like Billie Eilish, who does that, you know, with all her own videos, and The Weeknd, that create these really great visuals and are in control of their videos, although they have great production teams that handle all that. So definitely go and look at all the videos by Hannah Gold. You can also book her, and you can find that on the site, hannahgoldmusic.com. Stay with us. Alone is premiering in a few minutes. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Cool.
And
we only have a couple minutes, don't we?
And we've
Shoot.
got one more. We got one more break.
Okay. Sorry, Hannah. You got to come back when you do the album. We should do a full hour show, but definitely keep doing these little, little vignettes
Absolutely.
here.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. I'm going to turn it over to Hannah here. I want to know, again, all that you're doing, Hannah. We got a couple more minutes, and tell us about what's new and exciting since we've last talked to you. I know that's a broad subject, but anything that stands out to you that you want your fans to know about as far as your career and what you're doing, and the new single Alone.
So my newest single is Alone. I've been promoting that the past month or so. I've been hanging flyers all around LA, San Francisco, New York. So it's really been cool. I've even heard from like friends of friends that were like, oh my God, I recognize this girl. And they see my poster walking in New York City on the street, or like my old friends from USC will see my posters. So that's always really cool. Coming up next, end of July, I'll be releasing my newest single, You Did This. Following that, we have Lost Your Chance dropping in September, and then keep an eye out for my full EP dropping in January of 2022. So there's lots of awesome content coming. I just filmed 3 music videos last week in Sarasota, Florida. So I have some awesome content. I have a ton of BTS footage, films, photo shoots, a ton of content that's going to be shared in the upcoming weeks. So follow my Instagram at It's Hannah Gold, and check out my website and YouTube channel, and you can keep an eye out for all of that.
You are busy. And you know what I love about your story? You are an example, not only as a great music artist, but you're a great example to all the artists out there who aren't sure really how to get going and what they need to do. And you said girl boss, I think you said earlier. You're definitely a boss. You're definitely taking your life and your career. It's in your own hands, and you're really making something out of it. Not only do you have, you have the talent, and it starts obviously there, but as an artist, there's so many talented artists that are like, how do I do this? Look at you. You've built this network, you've built this fan base, and you continue to drop new singles that are just great, really great. And love it, Hannah. We love having you on. I wanted to ask you before we debut Alone, the photos for Alone, really striking to me, kind of almost a 20s vibe, or an old vibe there with it. Is this the location behind you? I love the outfits, but the location on the photos, and I'm looking at them on hannahgoldmusic.com. Is that Hotel Cafe that you're in?
No, so it's actually this bar, Hollywood Speakeasy place that I rented out from Peer Space, and we did like a whole photo shoot there. It's really cool. It gave like the older kind of vibes, and I think with the gloves too. I actually I created the cover art for that, and I'm creating the cover art for the upcoming single as well. So I do a lot on the graphic design end of that stuff too. But yeah, so we rented a speakeasy for that. So it's just a private space people rent.
You've got the vision, you got the creativity, you got the writing, the lyrics, and now we're going to show you and let you listen to Hannah Gold's music. And you got that too. Hannah Gold, here it is, Alone.
Okay, we're clear.
Okay, Hannah, do you want to do a little plug for it? Like do hi, this is Hannah Gold. You're listening to my new single, Alone, and you're listening to the Jeremiah Show, or I'm on the Jeremiah Show or something like that. And we'll drop that into the show and future shows to promote the single.
Yeah.
Richard will count you down.
Yep. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Hannah Gold here on the Jeremiah Show, and you're listening to my newest single, Alone.
Awesome.
Okay.
Perfect. Hannah, thank you so much. I'll send this to you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hey, let me play a couple songs. I'm going to play all 3 of your songs throughout this program. I haven't put the music in it yet, so we'll do snippets of the first 2 that I've already aired, and then we'll play this one Alone in its entirety.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Have a good one.
Okay.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye.